Hi guys, this video is for Diary of CEO for Steven, and I would like to tell you a few things if you allow me to. I'm a big fan of your work. I really like what you do and how you do it. I'm a spiritual mentor and I work with people. I teach them about authentic spirituality, and I'm also a student of enlightened masters and gurus. So there are a few things which I saw this morning because my team, they just sent me one reel, and it was the interview with Wesley. And I think there is a lot of uncertain information in this interview. So give me a few minutes of your time and I'll explain you what I think is right, what I think is wrong, and what you may take from this. So at the very end of the short reel, Wesley talks about the Epstein files. First of all, if you talk about things like afterlife, we talk about real expansion, real consciousness level. You are not bothered with Epstein files. This is completely different and comes from a completely different place. So if we want to talk about what happens after death and how to avoid going to hell, we cannot be in the same sentence bothered by small things of this reality, of this first plane of reality, okay? So that's just a distraction, and it shows us that this person is not fully in a level of consciousness to talk about this kind of things. We're all humans, and I think he's an amazing man, and I'm sure he knows what he does, but I don't think it's certain to read the Bible, make our own understanding, and then teach it to others. So if you have hundreds of thousands of people seeing this, it doesn't create very good karma for you if that information is not correct. So guys, I just want to make it really clear that I'm not a hater or an enemy. I would just really like to clarify a few things. And if you like it, and if you think I have a point, I'm also willing to fly to you and talk about it more and expand on this or other topics connected to this issue. So let me go back to the afterlife and what happens after death. So it's not easy to find out what's going on. And if you read the Bible and study Jesus, they only give you a hint, or they give you like, do this, don't do this. But there is a whole story why we should do it and not do it. And trust me, even if you read the Bible, even if you're a good man, you don't steal, you don't cheat on your wife, that does not mean you will go to heaven or hell. The system is very big, and human life, like the life we have here on earth, is just a really small part of a bigger cycle. This cycle has its own rules. Let's say we are in our moment of death. How we die, it's crucial, and then comes the 25 minutes which decide if we go up or down. Then we have another 49 days of something. We have dissolution of each body until there are so many things which are happening and which decide if we go to heaven, which are the astral plane of existence, where it's nice, we enjoy it, or we go to hell and we suffer tremendously. And people should learn and understand what is meant to be done in the moment of death and the short time and longer time after that. So we can do these things for us, for our relatives, for our close people. Even we from earth can help others who already are in the process of death. So it's not as easy as Wesley says, and it's not information you will get just from studying Bible or Jesus. It's a really big, extremely complex thing which should only be learned and spread to people if it comes from a relevant source. I would be really happy if we could just have a conversation. I'm here if you want to do a short Zoom call, and I will explain to you what I mean, and we can talk more deep and just dive into this topic from what I know, from what my teachers have taught me, and from my experience with my clients. And I really want you to be more careful and understand the responsibility you have, because this is not a game. So you are really playing on a big scale of, like, you have influence on big amount of people and you have to give them the correct information. So I'm not saying we have to do a public interview with me, but at least please educate yourself and let's have a talk. So let's hop on a Zoom call. I'm not asking you for money. I'm not asking you for anything. I just really want to educate you and be helpful when it comes to you or your audience. Thank you, and I hope to see you.